What's going on? Welcome to Asian Cosells. So I have another video by Modern Dating here. So testing her confidence, the husband went wrong and now she regrets it. So there we go. So here we go. Let's get into the video.
Get out.
You didn't
Get
even
out.
see who it was. You're not
I
going
don't
to
care.
ask
Get out.
who it
No.
is?
Get out.
Look at him.
Get out.
He's so cute.
Get out.
No. I'm not going to get out.
She decided to test her husband, but to her surprise, he is not a simp. And that's exactly why things didn't go as she expected. Instead of begging as he was supposed to, he calmly told her he was done and asked her to get out of the car. That's when she realized that it was a mistake, and the regret quickly set in.
If you had to choose between your wife or your business, who would you choose?
All right, let me ask you a question. What is more replaceable, a wife or a business? A wife, they're stout. But a business takes years to build, takes hours and investment to get it to a successful point. A wife, you can find it a red light of stuff.
So you think any girl is a good girl or like a
Any girl
wife
is willing to be a wife with a guy with money, but no girl is willing to be a wife with a guy with no money. Businesses are irreplaceable, women are replaceable. And remember, a man will never lose a woman chasing a business, but a man will always lose a business chasing women.
No, my bro, a wife is hard to find. By a wife, I mean a great woman. Painful reality. No business means no source of income, and no source of income means no love. Protect your love. If you choose your wife over your business, your wife will choose a better businessman than you. If he chose his wife, then he would lose her as well. Absolutely correct in every way. There are mixed opinions regarding this video. Most guys in the comments mentioned that they would choose their business as they believe it's much easier to find a wife than to build a successful business. They also pointed out that when challenges arise, there's a high chance the relationship could fall apart anyway. So they prefer to play it safe and protect their finances. But a significant number of men support the opposite view. They argue that choosing a wife is the wiser decision, as a good partner will stand by you through thick and thin. They were referring to women who remain loyal and stay by their husband's side even during difficult times. And to be fair, that's also a valid point. Having the right person by your side can make you stronger and more capable of achieving anything. But again, it's crucial to ensure she truly is the right one.
Yeah, that's the problem with this. Okay, yeah, if we choose a business, okay, that's not really replaceable, but a wife is replaceable. But if you choose the right wife, okay, and she's gonna stick it through, when times are hard and not times are always good, okay, maybe, but more likely, I'm gonna stick with the finances and the business than right now with the wife, because these days it's even hard to find a very good, loyal wife these days.
You don't want to make that choice and end up alone days later because she realizes you are no longer financially secure. As for me, I would choose business. Now let me know in the comments what option you would choose.
Hello?
Hi, Connor.
Who's this?
It's Kay. I'm calling you saying goodnight.
What? Are you calling my phone? Don't
Yeah.
you think this is a little weird?
No, I don't think it's weird.
Well, don't ever tell me goodnight again. Only Sarah gets to tell me goodnight, Kate.
I hope the bed bites don't bite.
What? Sarah know that you're calling me right now?
No, she doesn't have to know.
Why are you being weird? Like, what? No.
Okay, just don't tell Sarah.
No, I'm gonna tell
Like,
her right
good
now.
night.
Call
Like,
her right after this call. Don't call
good night. I love you.
You what? Kate!
Do you want me to come in the bed with you?
What the? No! Kate!
They may not realize it, but this is a dangerous game, and it could end badly, whether it's meant as a test or not. Anyone involved with a confident man should avoid playing such games, as it can quickly bring everything to an end. Relationship is a serious matter, and it should not be a subject of tests or TikTok trends. And that's exactly why those who attempt this may come to regret their actions.
Oh, I'm so mad he's taken.
Huh?
I'm so mad he's taken.
You're mad he's taken?
Whoa,
Oh,
Dude.
he's taken.
We would look so cute together.
What?
I'm mad he's taken. We would look so cute together.
Wow. Disrespect.
You didn't
Get
even
out.
see who it was. You're not gonna
Okay,
ask
get out.
who it
Nope.
is?
Get out.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Get out.
He's so cute.
Get out.
No. I'm not gonna get out.
Oh,
I'm just mad that he's taken.
okay, so get out.
Why don't you look at him and you'll see. You'll understand. Now shut my door.
Get out.
So a man with self-respect is a red flag now? Is it me or he is totally a red flag? How are y'all gonna see he's a red flag when she's literally enticing him for a reaction? I'm a girl's girl, but that's the best reaction. He never even screamed. He said respectfully, "Get out. Don't play with the fire and then cry for it burning you." So he's a red flag for responding? But is she not the one provoking him?
Yeah. All right, let's go to war. Nat.
I'm not sure whether this was just TikTok influence or if she genuinely decided to test him to see what kind of man he is. But the truth is, she wasn't expecting that outcome. Maybe she assumed he was just another simp who would beg and plead not to be replaced, but his reaction clearly caught her off guard. Now she knows he's not someone who entertains tests or games. What surprised me was the number of comments from women claiming he's a red flag simply because he was willing to walk away over a joke. Somehow that led them to believe he wasn't on her level, but I don't understand how they reached that conclusion considering he was just responding to her actions. In my view, he showed a strong sense of self-respect, but for some reason, they interpreted it as a red flag.
Okay, I have a question for single men.
Yeah, now going back to that, that's some serious disrespectful crap. It's like, nope.
In their 30s who have their lives together and just haven't found the one yet for some reason. So if I was a single lady in my 30s and I wanted to meet you, where would be the best place to go? Just asking for a friend. Please let me know in the comments. Thanks.
The best place would be in your 20s.
Yeah.
I'm 36, single, $200,000 a year job, own a 4-bedroom house, $150,000 savings. You'll find me in bed, on TikTok, maybe at the cinema on Sundays. I don't get out much. You might want to shoot for late 40s to early 50s.
Mhm.
That's a good question. And I know they can be found in a few places, but whether they're actually interested in a relationship is a subject for another day. She's looking for a single man who is financially stable, but hasn't yet found the right person. The main reason she's struggling to find someone that fits that description is because most of those guys are no longer single. They left the dating scene a long time ago. Among the few who are still available, many have already been married or in long-term relationships, and due to those past experiences, some are taking time to focus on themselves before re-entering the dating world, while others have opted out of it entirely. There's also a significant portion who are now dating within a different demographic. So even if she does come across them, it likely won't matter, as she may not fall within their preferences. Now it's up to her to start approaching, whether on the street or in other places, to check if they're interested. If her goal is to find someone, this is the most direct and effective way to get it done.
So I'm glad to see other women making these connections and knowing and realizing that marriage in many cases is and was historically a form of S work. And I say we need to talk about this more because I see a lot of women being shamed for being 304s. Oh, you're a 304. You want a man to fully provide for you. Oh, you're a 304. You don't want to date a man that's broke. You want money. You want money. You want to be provided for. Yet at the same time, I see the 50-50 women really getting pimped out. You understand? Like, men will say that they hate 304s. They hate women that want to be provided for. Yet I have watched with my own eyes these same men treat 50-50 women like some real hoes. They will send that woman out into the world, to sit up under some other man 8 hours a day working some job in order for that woman to bring that money back home to him. He got his hand out. Where's the half of the mortgage? Where's the half of the rent? Where's the half of the bills?
Well, you women asked for this equality crap. You guys got what you asked for. And these days it has to be a lot of 50-50 because there's a shortage of men out there. And most of them ain't going to be in the U.S. They're going to be going out.
How is that not a hoe? How are these husbands that can stick their hand out to a woman for her money and try to get some tail from her not straight pimps? Somebody explain this to me. How is marriage not S work? The sad truth is a lot of married women are engaging in S work and being pimped without payment. You're doing the same thing, you're just not getting paid. You're getting doubly exploited.
What the hell are you talking about?
Y'all are speaking my language. I'm glad women are realizing this. Finally, someone put my thoughts into words. That's exactly correct. This is what it feels like when you're with someone you don't genuinely love, when the only reason you're by his side is due to the size of his bank account. On the other hand, those who marry for love, thoughts like this would never even cross their minds. I'm not sure if this is a coping mechanism or simply confusion, but she's comparing two completely unrelated things. This is what happens when people enter relationships for financial provision rather than emotional connection. We all know the dating scene is changing. If you ask women today about their dating preferences, a large percentage would prioritize a man's financial status over other qualities, and that mindset is what gives rise to these kinds of thoughts. It reached a point where she placed marriage and that profession on the same level, which is concerning. These days, it seems everyone wants to know how much he makes before even considering his values or emotional compatibility, and that's what led her to this perspective. If she had ever experienced real love, or even witnessed it in someone close to her, it's unlikely she would think this way. The number of women who agreed with her was surprising, but again, it all comes down to how they choose their spouse. If they base their decision on how they truly feel about them, rather than the size of their bank account, it would remove transactional feelings from relationships.
All right. So, yep, shout out to modern dating here. And yeah, you know, the equality, you guys asked for it. It's what you got. So what you see is what you get. So, all right. If any of you enjoyed any of this content, please give me the HKO special. Help the king out. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. And wherever you are, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video.